So in first year, you learned to polynomially divide, but you were restricted to cases that were only linear denominators. Now, we're going to have a look now at how to divide by quadratic and higher denominators, and the process is very similar. Now, we'll say this isn't strictly required by the specification. However, if you're able to do this, it can make other questions a lot easier. So that's why we're going through it, even though technically you don't need to know how to be able to do this. If you do know how to do it, it makes life a lot easier. So let's have a look at an example. And there it is there. It says find the quotient and remainder when x cubed plus x squared minus 2x plus 2 is divided by x squared plus x plus 1. So we'll do that bit first. So what we're going to do, just use the traditional polynomial division algorithm, and I am going to show you what I think is a better way to do it in just a moment using a reverse grid method. But we'll do it the traditional way for now because most of you are more likely to have been taught this in school if you're using this as a revision tool. So x squared plus x plus 1 into x cubed plus x squared minus 2x plus 2. And this works pretty much identically to when we're dividing by a linear factor. So x squared into x cubed, we multiply by x to get from x squared to x cubed, and multiply x by what we're dividing by now. So we get x cubed plus x squared plus x, and then we subtract, just like we did for linear factors. Now, if you need a recap of this, I suggest you go back to the first year material on polynomial division, where this is explained from first principles. So perform this subtraction now, and you might want to continue this yourself. Feel free to pause. So x cubed take x cubed is nothing. X squared take x squared is nothing. Minus 2x minus positive x is minus 3x. And 2 minus 0 is 2. And there we've done it. Therefore, the quotient in this is x, and the remainder is minus 3x plus 2. That was part A. Now what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do this exact same division again, but using a different method. I'm going to use the grid method for this. So let's go for it. So on the outside, we put what we're dividing by. And if this method's unfamiliar to you, but you want to have a go at it, I suggest you go back to the first year polynomial division material, and it's explained there from first principles. So inside the grid goes this here. So x cubed goes there, and what needs to go here to make the multiplication grid work? Well, x squared times x gives us x cubed, and fill in this column. So we've got x squared there, x times x, then x times positive 1 is x, and x cubed's done now, so we'll tick that off. So let's try and make the x squareds match now. Well, we need x squared, and we have an x squared, so nothing needs to go there, so 0x squareds go there. So that column is headed by 0. So multiply 0x and 0. And then the grid's finished. So let's have a look now at what we need. So let's have a look at the x's. Well, we need minus 2x's, and we have 1x. So remainder wise, in the grid, we've got an x, and we need minus 2x. So that's a difference of minus 3x's we need. So minus 3x is a remainder. And then we've got 0 as a number, but we need positive 2. So positive 2. And there's our remainder there, minus 3x plus 2. So the quotient, we can see, is x here. And the remainder is minus 3x plus 2. Two different methods for doing the same thing. Okay, so part B. Hence write that there in the form ax plus b plus cx plus d over x squared plus x plus 1. Well, the quotient is this part here. So in this case, we can say that A equals 1 and B equals 0. But we don't need to explicitly state that. I just said write it in the form plus cx plus d minus 3x plus 2, the remainder, over what we were dividing by, x squared plus x plus 1. And that's it, done. So again, this is not specifically skill required, but it's almost no extension from what you were doing in first year when we were dividing by linear factors. So have a go at the sheet, practice this, and I promise you this will make partial fractions and some integration questions later easier if you can do it.